welcome back to another edition of Craft Corner. On today's Craft Corner, I'm going to make a hair oil. I decided that once I made my edge control, I was going to go ahead and move forward and try to make all of my hair care products and try to go natural and only use my products. So this video, and I have another video coming forward where I will be making homemade hair gel, which is 2 ingredients. This hair oil, it doesn't take a lot of ingredients. The ingredients are natural ingredients where you can use your own regular pan or whatever to make them in, because they're not harmful, toxic ingredients. A lot of these ingredients are ingredients that you also eat. So what you need to make them, you're going to need bay leaves, you're going to need rosemary, you're going to need cloves, you're going to need cinnamon sticks, and flaxseed. That's something I'll get more into because that's the main ingredient of the hair gel. But I want to use a little flaxseed to make my oil just a little bit thicker so it doesn't run like water. We'll also be using castor oil. I'll be using a little neem oil. Neem is good for the skin, the hair, and everything. I'm going to put a little peppermint in it. Peppermint is good for your hair, and just to offset the smell of the neem, because the neem has a very strong smell. And then, of course, some vitamin E. So outside of that, you need your container to pour the liquid hair gel in, and then you need a strainer and a bowl. Once you boil the items, you need to strain off the rosemary, the cinnamon sticks, and everything. But it's a pretty simple recipe, and I'm going ahead, and I have everything here, so I'm going to go ahead and set everything. I'll get my measurements together, and I'll be back in a second, and we'll get started. Okay, so I'm back. So what you're going to need are 2 to 3 rosemary sprigs. You need at least 3 bay leaves, but since these are so small, I'm going to add 5 bay leaves. You need 10 cloves, whole cloves, not the ground cloves. So we're going to do 2. This is going to make a small batch. You can also, double the recipe, make as much as you want. But just for today, I'm just going to do the original recipe. You need 1 whole cinnamon stick. And I'm going to put flaxseed in there. Like I said, flaxseed has a thickening agent or whatever to it, where it kind of makes things, you know how okra has that slimy? It kind of does that, except for it thickens. Now, with all the other ingredients, right now, this is safe to use your regular cookware with. It's safe to use your regular strainer to strain with. At this point, you'd add water and you boil it. That's all fine. Once you drain it, when I come back, I'll drain it. Once you add your neem oil, your vitamin E, the peppermint or whatever, that's when you want to switch it into a dish. This is something that I make my projects with. You want to use that, not a regular kitchen dish, because I don't want to, keep things separate. You don't want to use your cosmetic things and things that you eat with. So this bowl is for my craft that I do my cosmetics with. Until I strain everything in here, everything is safe to use regular dishes with. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. So you need a cup of water. Then you let it boil for like 5 to 10 minutes. Let it come up to a good simmer. Then you let it sit for just a few minutes, and then you strain it. So in the meantime, I'm going to add the cup of water. I'm going to show you how it looks while it's boiling. Then I'll bring it back, strain it off. Then I will add the other ingredients to add to it. Let it cool maybe a few more minutes before I put it into my container. So that'll be the next step. You just need 1 cup of water. Let it boil for like 5 to 7 minutes. And with the flaxseed to get it a little thick, and then you strain it off and get it cool. So I'll be back once I'm going to show a short clip of the water boiling, but other than that, I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm back. What you want to do is go ahead and pour your liquid into a strainer to get all of the seeds and cinnamon sticks and everything out of there. And you're going to, this is when you add your vitamin E and castor oil and things like that. Go ahead and mush it in and try to get all the liquid from this. It's a little thick now. You'll see when you're boiling it, the flax seeds thicken this up real nice. So, like I say, you don't want it to pour out just like water. You want it to have a little bit of thickness and texture to it. And while it's cooling for a second before I add my other ingredients, oh, it's a little flax seed on the stick, I want to just mention to you potassium sorbate. With the products that I've used, the cinnamon sticks, the rosemary, those things, as you know, that's fresh items, they go bad. Potassium sorbate is a preservative that is used in chemical hair products or whatever. It is a chemical, but it's a preservative to make things last longer. If you choose not to use potassium sorbate or some type of preservative, the hair oil and the hair gel that I'm going to make next won't last as long. The hair gel you can put in the refrigerator. I'm not sure with this being on oil if you can put it in the refrigerator, so it won't last as long. That's why I chose to go ahead and use a little bit of potassium sorbate to keep it out of the refrigerator and see how long it lasts. So what I did was did like a half of an eighth of potassium sorbate with a tablespoon of water. I'm going to pour that in and mix that up. Then I want to do a dropper full of vitamin E. I want to do, I'm going to do half a dropper of this castor oil. It's a little thick. Okay. We're going to do half a dropper of castor oil. I'm going to do a half a drop of some neem oil. The dropper doesn't work on this one. Neem oil is kind of thick, and like I said, it has a smell, so although it has good health benefits, you want to cover that smell up because neem oil does not smell the best. Then we're going to add a little bit of peppermint. Peppermint is good for you, but for the most part, I'm really only using the peppermint to try to mask the neem oil smell. So, oh, that's a bit much. Maybe a fourth of a dropper of peppermint oil. I don't want it to just smell just like a straight peppermint. So you're going to mix that up to make sure all the oils are incorporated. Ooh. It's very pepperminty, so it took away the neem oil. And you really want to mix it up to make sure it's really incorporated. Although, once you put it inside the bottle, you can always just shake it up each time you go to use it. That wouldn't hurt everything. And this stirring is also cooling it down some. So that's a good benefit also. So you can put it in your bottle sooner. But it's looking pretty good. I think it's pretty mixed. You're probably going to need some type of little funnel to get it into your bottle. And then you just simply, slowly and carefully pour it into your bottle. And I'll be back once I'm done. Okay, so I'm back. So now you have your own homemade hair oil with some homemade ingredients that you probably have a lot of them in your refrigerator as is. Go ahead and use it. It's not real thick, but it's not thin like water because we added the flaxseed. So go ahead, give it a try. Like I said, I don't know if you refrigerate it, will it get cold and gel up? So I'm not sure about that. That's why, remember, I added the potassium sorbate. So give it, it should last maybe 2 weeks or longer. But with the potassium sorbate, it should last even longer. I'm not sure, so I'm going to date this bottle and keep an eye on it so I'll know for future references how long it lasts outside of the refrigerator, especially with having the cinnamon stick, the rosemary, all those fresh ingredients in there. But I'm pretty excited. I'm going to start using this also with my hair gel and all the other items that I will be making. So I hope you have enjoyed this. I really hope you would try this to go natural, make your own health care products. Like I said, a lot of these ingredients you probably have around the house. So go ahead and experiment and get things going and go get back to your own natural hair care. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next Craft Corner. Thank you.